Today I was able to make $1,900, and the only way I was able to make this money was because of my knowledge in candlesticks. There are some concepts when it comes to trading that you have to understand, and if you don't understand them, you will keep losing money. And if I did not know the knowledge that I have when it comes to candlesticks, then there's no way I would have been able to make this money today. You are going to understand exactly what I mean when we go to the chart, and then I'll show you exactly what I was looking at, the things that helped me to be able to stay in that trade, and how I was able to make that money. And that is going to help you so that when you are trading and you see the candlesticks forming up and down, you are able to read into the candlesticks and understand why the candlesticks are acting like that. Because every candlestick you see tells a story, and if you don't understand the story, there is no way you are going to be able to trade the market. And if you look at the whole market, there are so many candlesticks. So this is one of the concepts that everybody has to understand so well. So what are these candlesticks? So if you have been trading or you are completely new to trading, you look at a chart, you are going to see so many different candlesticks, and each candlestick is telling you a story. And this is how candlesticks generally look. When there is high demand, price goes up, and when there is more supply, price goes down. So that is what generally happens, and that is how we have this formation of candlesticks. Now, how does it really work? You look at this candlestick right here, you see that for a bullish candlestick, which is when prices are going up, you see that this candlestick actually opened here, and when it opened, it came down like this. After this, it went up, got here, and then came down and closed here. And the same thing happens for a red candle. For a red candle, it opens here. The reason why you have to know it opens here is because price normally goes down. When there is increase in supply, price falls. So at the end, price is going to fall. So price opens here at the top here, then it goes up, comes back down, gets to this low wick here, and then increases right up to this point, then it closes here. These tops here and this bottom, they are called wicks. So, and then this other part in the middle is called the body of the candle. So how are these important? How do we look at this and tell a story? So when you look at this is a candlestick trend. If you look here from this way to this end, you see that it is the bullish trend. This is the strongest and this is the weakest. How is it so? Because this one, we don't see any wick. It means that buyers are really strong here. You know, every candlestick means that there are buyers and there are sellers. And this one will be able to see that buyers are here, but there are some sellers right here. That's why we can see it like this. This one, we have some sellers here, we have some sellers here. And then here, the buyers are really strong in the middle. And the same thing, you see more here is getting to like indecision candle, because there are so many sellers here, so many sellers here, and then there are more buyers at this point. So when it comes to this candlestick, why is this weaker, right? So when you start looking from here and you are going this way, so this candlestick, whenever you are trading and then you see a candlestick that comes down like this, it means that it went down toward the supply side, right? But buyers are able to pull it up and then brought it up to this point. And sometimes if you see a candlestick that comes right here, right? Any candlestick that comes down and then start going up like this, you know that it is more toward a bullish candlestick. So every time you see those kind of candlesticks, especially at key areas, you make sure you take note of them because they are very important. So when you come down toward this direction, and you see is the reverse that is happening here. You see that at this point, buyers actually went right up, right? The candlestick came up. You see that they were strong. There were so many buyers here, but sellers were able to bring it down up to this point, even though it ended up green. But you see that sellers pulled it down, and it's the same thing here. Sellers also pulled it down, and then here it ended green. But the story that this candlestick is telling us that there are so many sellers here, and it's instead going toward the down direction. It's telling us that price is instead falling. And it's the same thing here. When we come here, we'll see that all these candlesticks, these are bearish candlesticks. This is a strength from here to here, and we see that this one also is very strong because there are no wicks. So you see that there are sellers really present here. And then the same story here, you see that here it opened here. You see that here there were some buyers here, but right here sellers are really strong here. and the same thing here, and here we have the indecision, and right here we have the same story that we're telling when it comes to the bullish candlestick. You see that at one point sellers were present here, but buyers were able to pull this candlestick even though it ended up red, but you see that buyers were able to pull it up to this point. And the same thing here, and this one is really almost at the point of going up, and we are just looking at it. So if these candlesticks are being formed at key levels, you have to make sure that you are taking note of how the candlesticks are forming and the story the candlestick is telling. So just to make it easier for you to understand again, so when we look at this candlestick, we realize that it opened here, and when it opened here, sellers were able to bring this candlestick down like this. But when they brought it down, buyers were able to still come and take control over it, and then buyers were able to bring it up just like this. And so because demand increased, the price increased, and now it went right up here, but it finally came down and then ended here. The same thing happens with this one. Instead, with the bearish candle, what we have to understand is that it opened here, and when it opened here, it went up, came back down, ended here, came back down here, and then now sellers were able to bring it down like this, brought it right down, and then it ended up closing here. And so that is how these candlesticks are being formed. And something that we have to understand is that the candlestick that I was saying that you have to really take note of, what will happen is that if that's the kind of candlestick here, then it's going to come up like this, and then it ends up even like this, right? And so when it ends up like this, you know that it is very important because it shows that it's a very bullish candlestick. And if this one comes down and ends like this, it also shows that it's a very bearish candlestick. So these are things that you have to put together so that you'll be able to tell a story when every candlestick is formed. I'm just going to walk you through how it happened. My focus here is on the candlestick, it's not on the entry. So if you want to understand how I enter my trade, you can go ahead and watch this other video I had already done, so that this particular video will not be too long. We are focusing on understanding how to use candlesticks. So this is me in the trade. The trade is going. So I'm just going to forward it just so that you'll be able to understand exactly what I'm trying to show you. I want you to take note of the candlestick formations right here. So just look at the candlesticks. You see how the candlesticks are moving. It's really moving in a kind of way like there was so much movement in the market. It's going up and it's going down. And because of that, at this point, I was already at $1,000 something. But I want you to see the distance. So look at every candlestick that forms. You see that from here, this candlestick goes up from here. The next candlestick goes up. Even though there is this movement, you see how this candlestick came up and then really came down. Now, even though they are just wicks, but this wick keeps going up. From this wick, you see that it forms a higher high. This other one forms a higher high. Every candlestick that is forming, the following candlestick is forming a higher high. Because we are on an upward trend, even though the candlesticks are acting like this, it's not moving me because it has not yet broken structure. Remember, from top-down analysis, you have to always look at structure, look at market structure. And this structure comes from the formation of candlesticks. So you see this next one is higher. Look at what happened. This one, even though it's like a doji candle, but it's still higher. The next one is higher. So nothing had broken. That is why I'm still in this trade. And you can see how we are going. Right at this point, we are at 1,300, but it keeps going. That's just how the movement was. Let me forward it a little bit and then you'll be able to understand. So you see how this candlestick went up, came back down. Look at what is happening. It's going back and forth. It's going down. The money is increasing. And just look at how the candlestick is forming. But I'm still here. Why? Look at what is happening. Because it didn't come down to break this other candlestick down. You see, even though it's doing that, it's still up. Right, it's still up, and I have my stop loss so that even if it comes back against me, I've already made some money. I'm not worried, but I'm looking at candlestick formation and I'm seeing what is happening. So just look at what just happened now. You see the next candlestick. Look at all this candlestick formation. This is up, 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 up. You see everything is going up, up, up. Even though you are seeing all this movement, I want you to really take note of that. That is why. But one thing that I want you to know is that if you see this happening in the market, there is no need for you to enter the trade, right? I was already in the trade before I saw this. Otherwise, I would not have entered the trade. But because of my knowledge in candlestick formation, I was not worried because I know it's still in my direction. Even though all these things are happening, it's going up and down. So that's what I really want you to take note. And this is just one trade, right? This is going to apply throughout your trading journey. In every action that you take in the market, you need to be able to understand, to be able to look at it and tell the story that is happening on this candlestick. So now look at this. The next candlestick, even though it's red, but it is still up, and we just keep going like that. I just forwarded it a little bit so you can see, and I just kept going back and forth just to see exactly where my take profit is. And then I just kept looking how it is going up and down just like this. And you need to really understand this, because when you understand candlestick formation, you will see how this candlestick was going up, up, up. So you can see that this is where I came out of the trade at this point right here. And the reason why I came out, because this candlestick came down and now there was a change of character, because this candlestick came down below this previous one that is here. And that is why I had to come out of the trade. And now from here, it just kept coming down. So that is how to understand candlestick. If you understand candlestick, it's going to help you on your trading journey. If you understood something, I just want you to go ahead and put in the comment section that I now understand. Hopefully everything is clear. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I want to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe. If you have any question or if you want to work with me one-on-one, every information is going to be in the description box down below, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Go ahead and click on this next video here, and I'm going to see you in that video.